everybody! Welcome back to Bad Bitch Bets. I'm Kate, the baddest bitch around.
And I'm Whamma Dave. And we got a great pay-per-view for you this weekend, baby. We went over and did a fine-tooth comb through all the weigh-in footage, all the little microtransactions between these guys' brains. We're ready to break down this card even deeper than we did in the Aquagon. So, Kate, we watched the weigh-ins last night. Did you see anything? Did you see any horses shitting? Anything that you liked out there?
I mean, Jessica Andrade, she looks good.
Oh, Jessica Andrade looked like a tank. You know, Cynthia looked like she didn't even have to cut weight. She kind of looked like she was happy and smiling on the scales. And I was kind of feeling good about her for a second. And then I saw Jessica Andrade come out there. And good God, she looked like she's still ready to kill women. So we're putting our whole bank accounts on Jessica Andrade still this weekend. And it's going to be... I think it's going to be a good bet. You know, another person and the weigh-in that I kind of liked that was kind of surprising to me was how good Dan Hooker looked coming off a plane.
I agree.
Man, he stepped on that scale, made weight no problem, and boom, he was looking like a killer again. I was thinking about fading him this weekend, and I don't think I can do it now.
Yeah, I still have Haqparast as my pick, but Dan Hooker made me doubt myself a little bit last night.
Yeah, I mean, you're still getting good dog money on Hazrat, but... I like it. Let's see. Now, what about one other thing on the weigh-in side? Marlon Moraes. Now, does he look a little bit leaner and slimmer than usual?
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, so I'm thinking, you know, he's always having a problem with cardio. And you can't be a professional UFC fighter without addressing your issues. He wants to be a top-level guy. He's coming in here, he leaned out, he made weight easily, and he looks like he's quick and ready to roll with this dude. I mean, I'm gonna maybe have to take that dog money and switch to Marlon. What do you think? You got any?
Yeah. No, I think Merab is a beast.
Merab's the beast. No,
Merab's
nothing he can do.
I don't think Moraes can take him.
You don't think Moraes? I mean, if that little bit of that power translates to this new frame, and he works on his cardio, you don't think he can do anything to help him out?
No.
No? Okay.
Mm-mm.
All right, well, we got a great main card for this pay-per-view. It's huge, huge card. We have been missing good pay-per-view like this, and we got a next few right in a row are good.
Yeah.
So we already talked about Jessica Andrade. Moving right up the card, who do you got for their main card picks? I know I went over mine in the Aquagon. Who do you like?
So after Andrade, I've got Rozenstruik. Like, I don't understand the line here.
Rozenstruik versus Curtis Blaydes. Okay.
Yeah,
Rozenstruik at plus 250.
Like, if you look through their records, both of these guys have only lost to, like, champs or people who are, like, Nagano. Like, that's like it. But they're both in that same Lewis. But they're both in that situation. Like, they both have, like, very similar records when you look at, like, who they've beat and who they lost. So I don't understand that line. For that money, it's Rozenstruik all day.
Okay.
Diaz Lawler. I got Robbie Lawler. I know we're on opposite sides here, but I mean, did you hear Nick Diaz in that press conference? I don't think his brain is firing on all.
You got to be out your goddamn mind. Listen to me right now. If you do not bet on Nick Diaz to win this fight tonight, you are out of your mind. This man has always been like that on the mic. He always looked bad when he's doing shadow boxing. The number one thing he has is getting into these guys' heads. He shadow boxed like that since he was 17 years old. This guy's going to come out there and he is going to flip the switch just like he always does. He's going to put his hands in the air. He's going to flip them off. He's going to call out Stockton. And once you call for the power of Stockton, you're damn near unbeatable. 5 rounds. Robbie Lawler can't hang. He's the old one. Nick Diaz is in his head. He's got that weight on him for a reason. He is a cardio machine. That's going to fuel him for that 5th round. You don't want to be ripped with a 6-pack coming into round 5 with Nick Diaz looking across the cage from you. He's not going to quit. He's not going to get knocked out. His eyes haven't got punched in years. No scar tissue. Nick Diaz is gonna win this fight, and you're getting plus money on it. And I know you're tuning in and buying this pay-per-view to watch Nick Diaz. So if you don't bet with him, you're out of your mind. But anyways, what were you saying?
I mean, Nick Diaz was in there talking about how if I get my ass beat at the pay-per-view. Not a winner's mentality, you guys. He's talking about how he resents MMA. He hasn't fought in how many years, like... To me, the cards are stacked against him. Lawler hasn't looked great lately, but he's been fighting. He's been active. He's got 1 year on Nick Diaz, so it's not like he's the old man here.
Well, Nick Diaz's plan is working perfectly. Tricked you.
Maybe we'll have to wait and see.
Moving up the card.
Shevchenko Murphy.
Come on, give me a take on Murphy. How can she win?
I don't know. I don't think there's a way. So Shevchenko. Moving on. Volkanovsky Ortega. I've got Ortega here.
Okay.
I don't know. I just think like Volkanovski, I think Ortega's like in his head a little bit, but like not even intentionally. Like I just think Ortega's kind of like chill and has like this calm confidence, and Ortega I think is just like so fired up, like I hate Brian Ortega, and I just think, I don't know, I think he's like too focused on Brian Ortega, the person that annoys him, and not like the fight.
I got you. Yeah,
So.
I think we're on the same side of that one as well. I got Brian Ortega. I think a lot of things have changed since he lost his fight to Max Holloway. And just the matchup between these two, I just cannot see a way where it favors Volkanovski. I mean, defensive boxing, big looping punches on the ground. I mean, that's the kind of stuff that will get you snuck up in a little hard scarf. Little neck action, little arm action, little jiu-jitsu, street shit.
Volkanovski likes to get people on the ground, but you don't want to get on the ground with Ortega.
And you know what? Mostly on this card, I'm betting on who does the most gang signs in the press conferences. And Diaz and Ortega are winning that fight outright. So do the math, right?
Do the math.
All right, so I know a lot of our viewers are in states that maybe don't have legalized sports betting like we have here in Michigan. So we always like to put a nice little DraftKings lineup together. Kate's hot on DraftKings. I think she's hit first place twice this year with full 6 out of 6 picks. So she's really, really good. She has a nice little strategy to pick her DraftKings lineup. So can you remind us how you pick your DraftKings lineup?
Sure. So I prefer to do captain mode. So typically my first thought is I'm picking my captain. And it's got to be somebody who's either going to finish and like you're real confident they're going to finish, or you go to the main event and do somebody who's going to have a 5-round fight that's going to be dominant. So today I have Chris Daukaus, not the main event, but man, all of his UFC fights so far, it's been a first round KO or TKO.
Oh, I like Daukaus.
I like those odds.
Mm-hmm.
And I will say his opponent, Abdurakhimov, that's my effort. He's fought some big names, but he's old, and I think Chris is just like the rising star here, and I think he's gonna come in and show him what's what. So, Chris Daukaus. And then I like to pick some underdogs that I'm pretty confident in, and then kind of like fill in the middle. So my dogs that I picked here, I got Ortega. And Haqparast were my underdogs that I liked. And then I just fill in based on how much money I have left and who I'm confident in. So Andrade, we're big on Andrade, Lawler, and Ortega, and Shevchenko. Or no, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said Ortega. Ortega was my dog. Shevchenko. So
okay, so you have all 3 5-round fights in your picks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, some 5-rounders, more points.
All right, and as everyone knows, I'm trying to come catch up with you on these DraftKings lineups. I mean, my picks are always hitting, but, it's hard to hit 6 out of 6. So my lineup I got going on, which I think...
I did win money last week, just so you know. Just so everybody knows on my DraftKings.
Oh, you won money?
Not a lot, but I did.
Oh, okay. Cool. So anyways, my lineup is, I'm going with Jessica Andrade, Daukaus as well. Nick Diaz in the 5-rounder, definitely going to win. Don't forget that. Dan Hooker, he looked great coming off that plane. I mean, how do you bet against that guy the way he was looking sharp as hell? We got opening fight of the night, Omar Morales. That guy, he had a war with Giga Casey, and I mean, he just looks better and better every time he fights. Just a slight favorite. I mean, he's looking great. And then the big dog, Rozenstruik, for that KO. Now, with mine hits, it's not the captain's mode, so any of these guys can really pop off and do me a good job. And speaking of this, Omar Morales, man, I watched a little bit of tape on him just last night after I saw him at the weigh-ins looking jacked and tan, and I really liked him. I put a big old bet on him, 3-4 units on him. Opening up the card, we'll get on the right side of the banker on this one right off the bat. So we'll be free rolling most of the fight because I'm going to need a lot of money in my bank account because I'm putting it all on Jessica Andrade when she gets into that cage. Any final words from you, Kate?
Let's watch this shit.
All right, some pay-per-view from UFC. Let's go. Bad bitches in the house. See ya.